All right, my dudes, I got a bunch of questions from a bunch of you over the last couple weeks that I'm gonna sit down and go over here. So the first question is, how do I train like an athlete? First and foremost, I think training like an athlete is actually pretty simple. I think the issue here is there's a little bit of disconnect. So we say we wanna train like an athlete, but we're out here training like a bodybuilder. And so what do I mean by that? We'll gladly go in, we'll bench heavy, squat heavy, deadlift heavily, but when it comes to things like jumping, landing mechanics, actually sprinting, that's nowhere to be found in our training regime. So keep it really simple. Go in and lift moderately heavy weights for reps. Lift very light weights as fast as you can. Jump, bound, and skip 2 to 3 times a week. And sprint as fast as you can 2 to 3 times a week. We'll go in depth here just a little bit about sprinting. So what is sprint training? Sprint training is maximum effort as fast as I can for an X amount of reps and sets. Individuals screw this up because they quickly turn sprint training into conditioning. Sprinting and conditioning are 2 separate entities. If you're sprinting correctly, it should look something like this. I am going to sprint for 10 seconds as hard as I can, and I'm going to fully recover. For some of us, this might mean 3 to 5 minutes of recovery, and I'm going to do it again. So understand that a lot of the boring stuff, the stuff that doesn't produce a stimulus, doesn't produce a sensation, is producing an extreme stimulus. Just to recap, go in, lift heavy weights, go in and lift light weights very fast, skip, bound, and jump, and go and sprint as fast and as hard as you can, and make sure you're not turning your sprint training into conditioning.